This is Anime Junction with Ilahi.
Konnichiwa people, you're tuned into 94.3 Radio 11 World, your station. My name is Ilahi and this is Anime Junction! And today with us in the studio are two brilliant people. One of them is a physics professor. The other one considers himself to be a writer and an artist. We know him through Lounge Piranhas. The story never ends. And thank you so much, Appupen and Laurent Daudet, for being in the studio with us and sparing your valuable time. So it means a whole lot to me personally, because the book that they have come up with is Dream Machine, AI and the Real World. And obviously me being an anime weeb and representing the anime community in India is, for me, it was personally like a gift the moment I received the book, because most of the times what you see is when you open up a book, you see normal lines drawn on it, right? And this time when I opened up the book, it was written in a comic style. So I want to know how this association happened, because Mr. Daudet is actually a physics professor, and a lot of people might crush upon your brain because you're obviously a physics professor, and the Indian people have watched a lot of Big Bang Theory and they know how cool the physicists are. And then again we have Appupen, the man who has been a drummer and now he is also an illustrator for this. How did this association happen?
I was in France for a comic residency and nothing much was happening. So I was roaming around Paris, and I happened to meet Laurent on the street, just walking around, talking shit about like physics, like he's just mumbling physics and walking around on the road. And I said, hey, like, are you a physicist and are you into AI? And he's like, yeah. And I said, oh, would you like to make a comic with me? Because I've been making comics for like 20 years now. And then he said, yes. That's how we got together.
Mr. Daudet, being a physics professor, obviously, and getting to know an artist who draws comic books, how was the experience? I mean, this crosswords that happened between you guys, how was the experience?
Well, yeah, being a teacher, I used to pass on to the students some very complex ideas and trying to make them as simple as possible, and to me, it was like having a translator I was passing on to Appupen some of my teaching material, and he was making drawings based on that. So that was a wonderful way, I think, to explain everything about this AI.
And why especially AI? Because I know that a lot of the chat GPTs of the world are now introduced to the entire world. They are making our lives easier. But why this special topic you guys collaborated upon?
Well, I think because this is really what's having an impact on our lives today. So I think there are many challenges that people don't talk about, like environmental challenges or impact on jobs, impact on copyright, and that's we wanted to change the narrative.
And also challenges about like how to survive as an artist, so you got to be smart in like picking the topic, so it's like a hot topic and then the comic sells, and finally you can like make something. After making 6 graphic novels, there's one thing that somebody buys.
But Appu, this question is actually for you. Is the comic book actually paying off the bills that you have been? I mean, you have been doing this for years now. You have been an artist, you have been a writer, you have been a drummer, and whatnot. I mean, is it paying off the bills for you?
It doesn't, and I don't think you should expect it to. If you like making it and if you like the field of comics, just do it. You can make it work with like other stuff. If you're good at bullshitting, you can do some advertising, or you can like fool some clients into like buying some art of yours or something. And I think most comic artists make it happen like that. It's because we want to make comics. It's stupid to wait for comics to pay the bills before you start making good stuff. It needs a market. Yeah. So
well, Appu has actually said those things that I couldn't, and we had a discussion off air as well about a lot of things that he has done in his life, be it Lounge Piranhas, be it meeting our dear common friend Mr. Buckermax Sumit. But Appu, one last question before you go. Top 5 comics that you have been a massive fan of, because you know what, we started this anime show with just one prior motive. That the amount of respect that this particular community needs in India is not up to that mark. But now, because anime and comics is much of a close community experience, and now it's flourishing with the Comic-Cons of the world happening, and shout out to Mr. Jatin Verma for being the founder of Comic-Con India and doing such wonderful things, and you have been a part of the Chennai Comic-Con recently as well. So, I mean, top 5 comics or anything that you have in your mind or you would recommend to people, or your fan favorites?
I think anything from Hugo Pratt is like really up there. Non Non Ba. I read recently Shigeru Mizuki. That really got me for the simplicity of it. Will Eisner, I would always keep there as like, as a pillar sort of thing to like get the writing and drawing. People who write, and I like people who write and draw. It's that mix of like one person writing and the artist thing. It works very well commercially sometimes, but I like the act of doing it together because that's when it becomes comics. You're planning the drawing while you're writing, sort of thing. Then let's say this beautiful darkness book I read. I can't pronounce the names of the authors, but it was really great. There was also, well, let's say Essex County was good, yeah, by Lemire. I like that one.
Well, this was Mr. Daudet and Appupen. Thank you for dropping into the studios. And their latest book is out, Dream Machine, AI and the Real World. Go check out. It's available on Amazon and your nearest bookstore. So make sure if you are a fan of AI and if you want to know, and curiosity is the mother of invention, right? So even if you want to know how things operate and you're a big comic fan as well, this book is a perfect fit for you. Thank you so much, guys, for being in the studio. It was such a great experience to have with you, and thank you so much for sparing your valuable time with us.
Thank you, Karthik.
And you know what? This was the weekly dose of what's happening in the anime world. And if you know where the best music plays, here. This is me, Ilahi, signing off from Anime Junction. So stay tuned on 94.3 Radio 1.
94.3 Radio 1.